Heading into this year's presidential election, 41 million members of Gen Z will be eligible to vote. Of those 41 million, about 8 million are newly eligible voters. Joining me now is Sara Guillermo, CEO of Ignite, to talk more about how one of the largest voting blocks in this election could shape the outcome. Sara, good morning. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. So let's talk about these 41 million members eligible to vote. Some of them, it's their first time voting. Talk to us about how important their vote is in this 2024 election.
Oh, their vote is going to be critical. I think 41 million voters, 8 new million voters is just critical, and they have the power to decide this election, and that is incredibly true. And what we have been hearing, we've been doing research on Gen Zers since they started voting in their first midterm election back in 2018, and what we're hearing is that they need to have younger, more diverse candidates, more authentic candidates who are really speaking to what they value most and what their deepest concerns are as a generation. They want candidates that they can relate to, who really show genuine interest in getting to know them and relating to them and speaking to their values. And so I think that there is a lot that they're looking for and a lot that they are telling us about what they need and who they want to represent them.
What they need and who they want. Age is a big factor. Do you have any research on the issues they're concerned about?
Yeah, it's interesting. We've been asking the question of what are the top most critical issues to this generation for across gender. And in our most recent research, we have 5 top issues. Mass shootings has been the top one across the board for both genders. And then healthcare, mental health, abortion, and climate change move about the cabin between those top 5, depending on gender and then depending when we're fielding that survey. And so we're seeing a lot of these top issues. We're also seeing that young voters are choosing to be independent in terms of party affiliation. We are finding that they are increasingly choosing that, or they're choosing no party preference. I remember back when in 2017, when we were starting to register the first round of Gen Zers, a lot of them were like, Sara, do I need to pick a party? Right. I don't feel like I affiliate with either of them. And that is a truth that we continue to hear right now in 2024.
Yeah, voting for the person and not the party, something that we're seeing a lot more of among these younger voters. Vice President Kamala Harris has been gaining popularity, as we all know, with her expressions, her comments, many of these going viral on social media. Talk to us about, what this is looking like and how this is resonating with Gen Zers, and, will her pick for Veep have any sort of influence on her further?
Yeah, I think definitely people are on the edge of their seats to figure out who the vice presidential candidate is going to be alongside her. And I think we're supposed to learn in the next couple of days, because she's supposed to have a rally in less than a week with her vice presidential candidate. So I think that person is hypercritical to the ticket. Also, in really thinking about the popularity, it is a brat summer. And for anybody that is not a Gen Zer that had to Google that and figure that out, that really truly means that, Charlie is talking about what it means to be your authentic self. And that is what young people are looking for. They are wanting more diverse candidates who are trying to engage with them. And that is what we are seeing that Vice President Harris is actually doing, and really moving away from outdated stereotypes of what political leadership looks like. What we're seeing her do right now is targeting young voters in battleground states, and they're really absorbing a lot of what they're getting from her through social media. And I think that is a key tactic of the campaign that we are seeing really grow in just, it's only been 10 days, right, since she is the presumed nominee.
Okay, Sara with Ignite, thank you so much for your time this morning. We do appreciate it. I feel like we could talk about this all day long.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.